Jujutsu Kaisen. Everyone knows it, unless you don't. In which case, this is basically Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh snap, the big bad guy stuck inside the main character's body? If this sounds familiar, then you'd be wrong. It's nothing like Naruto. It's edgy. But seriously, Jujutsu Kaisen is not Naruto, even when you wish it was. Almighty Gege, I beg of you, please let
Insert any character.
live.
No.
But it can't be that bad, right? Right? Well, this is our protagonist. Let's call him Yuji Itadori, because that's his name. He's a good-hearted kid with spiky, vibrant hair and is quite literally built differently from other kids at the school. He soon comes to find himself in the situation of having the reincarnation of evil and hatred trapped inside of himself. Nice guy Yuji swallows, eats the devil's finger to trap him in his belly, effectively sealing him away with a Wait a second. This is Naruto, bar for bar. Whatever, moving on. Itadori is nice and good, while the evil inside of him, let's call him Sukuna, because that's his name, is not. Itadori will have to struggle through many chapters and episodes of fights in a world with a power system that could confuse even Socrates himself. What the fuck is a simple domain? Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen kinda just says, yeah, Sukuna, that guy trapped inside Yuji, super bad guy, horrible, evil, no good guy. It would be a real shame if he got his hands on all those fingers and reincarnated. But whatever, it'll be fine. We'll just keep an eye on little old Yuji. What's the worst that can happen? You are my special. But before Yuji does anything as a main character, you know he's gotta experience some tragedy. Rip the chiller grandpa, you will, not be missed, really? He's basically never mentioned again. I actually skipped over this when I started writing the script. They like to make you think it'll be important, but so far, he's just kinda chilling as a dead character with absolutely no impact on the story. But that may make you wonder, hey, I have absolutely no idea what this world or story is. Can you tell me about it? In which case I'd say, no, this shit makes absolutely no sense, but I'll give it a shot anyways. The Jujutsu Kaisen world is full of magic called curse energy and monsters called curses. Seems pretty scary, but luckily for little Yuji, there's a cool mask-wearing dude with a lot of powers that's gonna teach him the ropes. It's really Naruto, isn't it? This guy, we'll call him Joe. Gojo, because that's his, you get it by now. Gojo is strong. How strong? I don't know, guess you'll have to wait and find out. But no one, and I mean no one, wants to mess around and find out with Gojo. No, sir. To mess around is to be human, but to find out is death. Sun Tzu. I think, probably, maybe. Anyone that does decide to find out, like this volcano boy, is cast to the infinite void to experience all the information in the world, which would then include every filler episode of Naruto. Yeah, my brain would turn to a steaming pile of mush too, man. I can't blame you. This infinite void is called the domain. It's, way too complicated to explain. Whatever, I'll try anyways. It's like a bubble. The bubble makes you strong. Bubble gives you attack that don't miss. Bubble can only be used every so often. The bubble's really good, okay? His bubble's really good and strong. That's kind of all you need to know. Speaking of the volcano boy, though, he's a part of a group of villains, and his name is Jogo. Real creative name generation, guys. Like, we are really lowering the bar here. Jogo, Hanami, and newly born Mahito are super bad evil dudes who want to bring back the Age of Curses. Basically, they want to sit at the big kids table, and Gojo is not making that easy because he's kind of untouchable, literally. So Yuji, now a part of this curse-fighting world, needs some friends, right? Let's give him a spiky, dark-haired emo boy who is cold and cool, and a female friend who is strong-willed and capable. Nah. You are my friend! They actually become pretty good buds and start to progress the story with the power of friendship. But unfortunately, Sukuna, that evil dude inside Yuji, takes over and rips his own heart out. Pretty metal. Well, pack it up, end of story. A worthy sacrifice to take out the literal king of— Oh, never mind, he's alright. Cool, got it. Yuji and Sukuna at a point end up actually making a deal that lets Sukuna take over Yuji's body for a short period of time, but he's unable to kill anyone during that time. I'm sure this won't have any consequences. No one except Gojo at this point really knows that Yuji's alive, so it's time for Megumi and Nobara to become the main characters for a bit and form the B Squad. There's a librarian chick with no curse energy, a dude who speaks in sushi ingredients, and a panda. Okay, how wasn't this the main cast? Salmon. Hey yo, this is how the panda talks. Did the voice the panda guy. I'm the panda. Remember those curse dudes like the one that had to watch every filler episode of Naruto? Yeah, well, they met up with this dude, Geto, who has a plan. Simple. Trap Gojo and get friendo Yuji to help them, eventually using the evil and strength of Sukuna to wreak havoc on... This is fucking Naruto! Itadori's back with some newfound talent, and baby Mahito starts running amok. So grade 1 sorcerer Nanami is sent with our buddy Yuji to take him down. They kinda do, and Yuji has gained a second mentor who may be a little bit too loved by the fanbase. Okay. A few fingers later, it's time for different groups of sorcerers in training to fight each other while completing different trials so they can break up. This is literally... Sorcerers are placed in different grades, and the lower your number, the better you are. Unless you're a special grade, then you're, special. At least if you're a sorcerer, because curses get grades too, but there are a lot more special grade curses. But when it comes to sorcerers, as of season 1, it's just Gojo. But to call him one tier above Nanami doesn't really paint the picture. But I digress. Back to the Chunin exams. I mean, goodwill event. Kyoto, a sister school to the one we've seen so far, has some very lively characters. Like Gun Girl, Blood Boy number 1, Useless, Robot, Witch Child, and everyone's favorite big brother, Toto, Mr. Boogie Woogie himself. I clap, I switch places. I clap, you switch places. You do the boogie woogie and you turn yourself around. Ass is what it's all about. You heard me right, I said ass. He's a butt man. It's important to his character, somehow. I didn't make that up, I promise. Toto is super strong, grade 1, just like our good friend Nanami. The rest, they're there. To be honest, I don't really remember what happened during this part of season 1. They just fought for a while until the evil plant curse shows up and yaps on about nature. Oh no, lectures about environmentalism, my only weakness. It's good to note that up to this point, Yuji has been kind of useless. Like, yeah, he's doing stuff here and there, but at the end of the day, he isn't strong. But with the help of Toto, Big Bro, and the Lover of Booty, he's able to unleash a Black Flash in what might be the only great part of season 1. Black Flashes are basically super strong attacks that make you more powerful the more you pull them off. Up to this point, Yuji had 0 special moves. He had punch, kick, and punch again. But now he's got punch, kick, and punch again, but cooler. Despite all this work though, Hanami is strong. Really strong. So OP Mask Boy Gojo comes in and says, nah, I'd win. Done. In my mind, this is where season 1 ends, but fun fact, it doesn't. The season actually ends with the weirdest seeming final arc against some gross-ass cursed womb dudes. No, I didn't make up the term cursed womb, and no, I never want to use it ever again. That's a horrible, just horrible. Why is that a thing? Yuji and Nobara end up unaliving these guys pretty brutally. This arc doesn't seem to hold much purpose besides making Megumi look cool, Nobara look cool, and Yuji look, well, introspective. Yuji hasn't really flat out killed anyone before. It isn't like him. It really puts into perspective what holding power means. Power is a double-edged sword. The stronger you get, the more evil fears you, but you may even come to fear yourself and the outcome of your own actions. And what happens if you become so strong that you don't recognize yourself? Strength can leave you to be a shell of the person you were before, forgetting why you wanted to be strong in the first place. Is it to save others? Is strength even worth having if it's used to hurt others? It brings to the front of mind the idea that even those with the most strength inside of them are sometimes the weakest in conviction. Or you just don't give a shit, like Nobara. Hell yeah. The season ends with the 3 friends back together, safe and happy, with nothing terrible on the horizon. Nothing at all. At least not until after the flashbacks. Flashbacks! Flashback time!